just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to say out loud what I've been feeling for the last few months with the videography and the history of my mom and dad. It was brilliant. We're all very excited. It was very much a labor of love from our perspective. We wanted to have a history of mom and dad, something that we would be able to pass down from generation to generation, and that way sort of keep the memory alive when mom and dad were no longer with us. What it turned out to be, in fact, was an even greater experience than what we thought it was going to be. Not only do we now have that living memory, and we can hear their voices and we can see their faces, but every one of my siblings and myself ended up finding out so many new things about mom and dad that we never knew about. Things in their past, feelings that they had, issues with family. We learned so much about them in the course of doing this, and I think it's just made the bonds even stronger. Again, my siblings kept telling me of different things that they had heard about that they hadn't really known any details on, and now of course they know the details. And now we can pass all of that information on to my kids and their kids, and it's just a wonderful living memory that we have. And I want to thank you so much. It was wonderfully professional. My mom and dad thought that the time they spent with you and your colleague were amazing. You were patient and very caring and thoughtful, and they just really loved the whole endeavor. They loved doing the work with you, and the end product, of course, I think has turned out better than any of us had even hoped for, and I think that's because mom and dad had such a good time in doing this. It got all of us thinking a little bit more about life and the fragility of life, and the fact that mom and dad aren't going to be here forever. And a friend of mine told me once, very rarely do you regret doing things. You often regret not doing things. And I can't imagine how sad it would have been had we lost mom or dad before we did something like this, and therefore lost the history that they were able to provide, because you can't get it from old papers. So now we have it on video, and it's just terrific. So all I can say is thank you very much. It was a wonderful experience, and it was worth every nickel. Thanks so much.